So we're live. I hope you got your notifications turned on, guys. Let's just share this out, shall we? Sorry about that. We are live. Just wait for a few people to come on. Tiana, thanks for joining. Vapor RC, thanks for joining. Hope you're well. CB finally caught me live. Thanks for joining, mate. I do appreciate it. Right. So, there you go. Let's just put you in the cradle. Mr. Snell or Shield. How you doing, mate? You okay? It only took my transmission going out last night for me being home today working on it, lol. Oh, dude, that's not good. Hello and goodbye. Time for footy training. We'll join back later, my handsome. Nice one, Gar. Thank you very much. Nice content, my friend. Thanks a lot. No worries, Eve. Who is that? Hang on. Javier. There you go. So how is everyone? A bit of a quiet one tonight, so just coming in and enjoying and just spending a bit of time. I have got myself a little drink of Baileys here as well, so coming to chill out with you guys. Gonna be doing some work on the cars. I tell you what, let's have a look at my iPad because it's a lot easier to see. 2 seconds. I'm very well, thank you, Rob. Very well. I do appreciate it. Thanks for popping in. How can I see my live? There you go. So if I turn the volume down, there you go. That's it. Better. Right. Okay. No, it stressed me watching YouTube University on how-tos. I think it's just shifts online. It's not too hard to fix at home. Oh. I'm new to RC, a bit scared. Maintenance on gears, diffs, my Creighton 4S, my Harvey Kwan BLX. Any tips? Just take your time. There's plenty. There's plenty of tutorials. I've got videos up. There's I try and be methodic is the best way I can put it. Is if you're gonna start taking your car apart, just slowly and surely just take each part apart, put the screws back in the parts, and then obviously work from there. Working on my RC cars actually helps the real stuff come. Yeah, well, you'd be surprised actually. I'd be very surprised what will transpire from one sort of big car to a little car and then back up again. It's all about using your hands, isn't it? It's all about using your hands and using some trailer thought when you take things apart. Nice that we got so many people in straight away. I do appreciate you coming on, guys. Question for you all. I did see in one of the comments of my video, people would prefer to have it done in a landscape view rather than portrait. What do you think, guys? Take pics as you go and you can always revert back. Very good tip there, Robbie. I did a few things to my cars, adjusting them, being successful. Thanks, mate. No worries. Honestly, it is literally just if you've got the thing is with YouTube, there's so much information out there, and the hardest part is deciphering how to find out which is good information and which is bad information. So if as long as you're kind of methodical in taking your car apart and then looking at the part and thinking, well, that, you know, the information they give me actually looks like it makes sense. You know, YouTube is huge. Johnny Davis landscape. Okay, fair enough. Let's have a look. Do you have an XRT, Tiana? No, I don't. I've got the X-Max though. I do have an X-Max, as you can see. We got the Hulk by there, and then obviously Big Red behind me. I will possibly get one at some point though, that's for sure. Hi, Pedoras. I'm not sure what that means, buddy. Powerhouse. Do RC shops still have, or just go by hobby shops? Do RC shops still just go by hobby shops? Pretty much, yeah. XRTs, great cars, love mine. Prefer landscape. I think it took me an hour to work out on how to do it though. Yeah, well, see, now the thing is, what I've actually read up is that YouTube can be a pain in the backside to look through the comments when it's in landscape. So, you know, let me know, guys, because I would love to put it in landscape, because you'll see more of the workshop, and then when you're watching it back, you'll be able to see it. Jaden, what's up? Thank you very much for joining. Landscape is good, either works fine. Hi Chris, just popped in to say hello. Mark, thank you very much for joining in, my friend. I do appreciate it. Sun City, how you doing, mate? I hope you're well. 1TC, hi, hello. So the plan is, the Outcast 8S is such a beast of a rig. Definitely a beast of a rig, that's for sure. I might have something rather large coming soon, guys, so I may as well tell you, actually. I've been talking to a good friend of mine, Johnny, the guy who set me up with the MT410 OG. I'm actually getting a cracking Vesla 1/5 scale. What do you guys think? I'm really excited about that. I don't suppose you know what parts I need to order to swap my granite that's on 4S for 4S arms drive shafts from the Creighton. Do you know? You're definitely going to need the drive shafts. You're going to need the 70mm hexes. You're also going to need, I would recommend you looking at parts breaker when it comes to this, definitely. Shocks is one thing as well. Possibly the towers. It is quite a big job. You could, if you wanted to put the arms on, I mean, what I would say to you is just check when you put it on. So obviously the geometry of the shock towers and everything lines up properly, because you may need to buy the plastic top part. Get them. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, honestly. Chicken strips, thanks for joining. Noobs, thanks for joining. The M Cook, hi, how you doing? Craig's Crash and Bash, how you doing, man? Thank you very much for joining. Okay, maybe download the Creighton 4S manual then. It would probably be a good idea. Yeah, obviously you can then have a look at the parts. I've seen plenty of people doing it though. So the only thing I would say to you is, just remind me quickly, what chassis? Granite. It's going to be a bit of a strange setup, that one, because it'll be wider than what it is longer. The granite is actually quite short on the wheelbase, isn't it? But the Creighton sort of reach on the arms, e.g. the width, is quite big. So it literally will be as square as it is long. What type of content do you make? I feel interested. Well, RC cars, my friend. Hello all. Yeah, it might stop it flipping over. Well, yeah, that's true. You might find though that essentially all it does all the time is just keep flipping, because you can have a lot more rotating mass on that wheel. The wheels are a lot bigger than standard. Rep Rider, thanks for joining. Hey up, Rep Rider, there you go. So nice to see some of the usuals in here today. That's nice. Gaza, hi from Welwyn Garden City. Thanks, Gaza, for joining. I hope Dominic is enjoying his car as well. So the plan is for me now, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to put one of the cars on the bench. So I want to set up the Vorza, because I've just picked that up, and also I need to do some work on Big Red as well, because I did bend the shock shaft on that. The only issue is I'm waiting for shock oil on it. I just bought a TRX4 High Trail Chevy K10 Techno light bars, range nearly mid for 280. Nice, really nice. In fact, I actually got my crawler back the other day. Oosh! I got my Gladius back, but it's not just normal Gladius. I got my friend Gareth, G-Man in RC, to do some upgrades. I started the upgrades. Basically, I wanted to create a lighter version of it. So what I went with was all the LCG parts. I went with a Hobbywing Fusion motor, an ESC. We've got a Traxxas waterproof receiver box in there. I've locked the front diff and the rear diff. So obviously the car will climb a lot better. You did a load of tuning. We've put the LCG battery tray in. We've cut down the chassis rails. We've added brass underneath as well, as you can see. So this should be quite capable now. We left the high-low gearbox on though. But yeah, should be awesome this. I haven't driven it yet, but I am looking forward to getting out with, because one thing I do like about crawling is going out with friends and just basically going having a walk and having a chat. I don't have a lot of crawlers, but I do enjoy, oh yeah, and obviously we put bead locks on there as well, but I do enjoy running them. So as everything, I can't leave anything standard. This was my daughter's crawler. She wasn't using it, so it was all repaired and upgraded. But I think what I'm going to do now is obviously cut the arches, and then I would like to find some better shocks for it as well. But overall, it should be pretty capable, this. But I don't crawl very often. I'm more into the bashing side of it, to be honest with you. Let's have a look. What else we got? Just when I run on grass, grip twist, the rear drive shaft CVDs, haven't been able to find any upgraded ones for the granite. If have a look at GPM metal shafts, buddy, old school, yeah, definitely have a look at the GPM metal shafts. I put them on my Big Rock. I didn't have an issue. They were absolutely brilliant. Yeah, it might be worth you looking at that, buddy. ChriswithaC RC, ahoy! Thank you very much. Where do I start improving Costco F1RC? Costco F1RC. To be honest with you, buddy, I've never ever seen one, and I wouldn't know where to start unless I've seen it. Anyone know where I can pick up a program for a Sky RC Cheetah ESC? Yes, AliExpress. So looking forward to the Oval Bash on Sunday. Nice. That sounds awesome. Very swanky. So looking forward. Yeah. High Trail is much more of a trail truck. Is top heavy. Tips on a pebble. Where are we to? Okay, cheers, bud. Thank you. No worries. What's your recommendation for a basher? I'm looking for something new. What size are we looking at, and what sort of budget are you looking at, CB? Because that's a really, really wide open question, that one. Really wide open question. Right, I tell you what, let's start working on the Vorza, shall we, while I'm talking to you guys. That'd be good. I want to get this ready for his first run. Let's adjust the camera some way. I so need to get the confidence to do a live stream. Honestly, it's not hard. What I would suggest to you is just go ahead and do it. Let's see if we can move the phone stand back a bit further so you can actually see what's going on. That might be Let's have a look. What's that by there? Is that going to work, is the question. I hate wobbly stands. Right, there you go. That's a bit better, isn't it? Let's turn the camera. There, much better. Much better. There you go. What's your recommendation for basher? I'm looking for something new. No, where we to? So I need to get confidence. 1/10, 1/8, £600-ish. Ooh. There's loads in that category. I will say that there's tons. So what sort of driving do you want to do? Do you want to do fast ground bashing, you know, ground and pound, or do you want to do stunts? Because I've got a few that I can recommend. I definitely got a few I can recommend. I thought about joining someone else's, but anxiety always gets me. Honestly, just come in. I say hello to everyone, and 9 times out of 10, as long as you're joining someone's live that, you know, obviously knows you or is happy to have you on, 9 times out of 10 they'll do the lead in for you, obviously, talking. That's what I would do personally. I mean, I don't like to just concentrate on lives, but yeah, you'll find someone that you're comfortable to come in on and just chat with. Did my first yesterday. I was nervous, but it was good fun. Yes. Yeah, I enjoyed that. It was good, Vapor. Very, very good. Can you hear me all right, guys? By the way, because I haven't got my earbuds in a second, I'm just wondering if you can hear me okay. I want something with good speed, definitely dependable. Some jumps, mostly ripping around on some flat ground. Okay, well, to be honest with you, there's a big category for that. Maybe look at something like Creighton. Creighton tends to be a good car for everyone, you know, to kind of. Sledge is another good one that's been mentioned. Mind you, that is a little bit more pricey. Trying to think what else. Habao SST, if you want like fast ground. Even the Vorza. The Vorza is meant to be excellent. I haven't driven it yet, mind, I'll be honest with you. But that's why I've picked it up. Something like this would be absolutely awesome for that sort of scenario. Outcast 4S, another great one. Hi, Jensen. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. Synchro, very good value, actually. You could have 2 for the price of £600. Sounds daft, but FTX Carnage is cheap enough to find if bashing is not your thing. I wouldn't recommend an FTX Carnage. Sorry, buddy. I will disagree with you on that one. It's not for jumping. Definitely. DR8 is a great one. 110%. Of the Carnage. Everything's got its place, but I wouldn't recommend a Carnage. They're a bit weak. Right, let's crack it on with this because I want to get the diffs done. I'm going to do diffs while I'm talking to you on a live. Toby, good basher, Creighton 4S, 110%. That is a good one. For ground and pound, yeah, I will say one of the cars that's absolutely taking everything is the SST, but I did that as a slider, so I added my own electrics into it. But it's been a really good car, this one. I've kicked the living daylights out of it. That's another good car. Ooh, it's an RC. Hey, just motor mounts to fit my 130 scratch build. Just a motor mounts to fit to my 130 mile an hour scratch build. Okay, so what scratch build are you actually doing? MC10 maybe? Yeah. There's plenty of good cars for that sort of money. Plenty of good cars. Yeah, that's quite nice. Easy enough. So how do you get the top part out of this? Or have you got to take the motor mount out altogether? Let's have a look. Well, that was a bit pointless because you can't actually access the diff from the top, so it looks like you've got to take it out from the bottom. Okay, so one thing to learn. I have got a ton of upgrades coming for this. I thought they would have come by now, but they're coming from Japan. It's in the messenger group with SERC. It's a Thunder Tiger EB4 Cross DR8 extended to 600 plus millimeters. Oh, nice. Oh, that was definitely the diff that just fell out. That was good. So we got drive shaft out. So shorter one at the front, longer one at the back. Put that there. Let's sort this diff out. So that must be, are they the same? Yes, they are. Let's have a look. What's CB, I'm starting to build my channel, a few videos, but we're on a good new basher for content. Thanks for the suggestions. No worries at all, my friend, honestly. Chris, I need advice. I've got a dirt short course truck in my backyard, 3-inch plastic drain pipes surrounding it. The RC should I buy my kids that won't break the bank and is durable? There's a new Habao 10SC coming out. When you say not breaking a bank, what was it? 1/16 scale. Oh, right, okay. If it wouldn't break the bank, maybe look at the MGX rally car. I know it's not a short course truck, but it would make an excellent basher for that sort of size. This £88. You really can't go wrong with one of these. They're very fast on 3S. Metal chassis, durable. Yeah, 88 quid. It's a good car, very good car, especially for your children. Let's have a look. Twin motor on separate diff. Right, this is a lot of people enjoyed that. FTX Tracer, thanks for the chat. Also, no worries at all, my friend, honestly. Gorgon would be a wicked one as well. MGX Rally car would definitely be a good one. I think if you're kind of price conscious and want to keep it within a budget, the MGX is probably going to be the better one. Let's have a look at these diffs. Now I'm interested because I've never opened the HPI diffs before, and I want to see, bearing in mind this car has not been used. I've seen worse, but it could definitely do with the top up. There's hardly anything in there. But yeah. Now the next question is, not an MJX, so what do you think? Gonna break first, 9,000 kV on time. Mostly on stock. Only bash I really missed was my Arma Mojave 6S after a small amount of tuning. And new steering servo, loved it. Chris, do you still have your Big Rock 3 to 4S? No, not anymore, Lee. I sold that to Robbie, and he sold it to a friend of his. I then had another Big Rock in. That was my daughter's, and I recently got rid of that one as well. Only because just keeping things moving. Now the channel is a bit more established, I tend not to get rid of my cars, but I am thinking, much as it pains me, I am thinking about getting the 2 to 3S Big Rock at some point. I want to have a look to see how much better it is than the previous generation. Me personally, I don't think there's that much of a difference, but I am interested to have a look at the car because obviously I've seen videos of it on 4S, which, to be honest with you, I was really surprised with that, to be honest. The fact that, you know, out of the factory, they allowed the SE to be on 4S as well. Trying about... one thing I will say, guys, have you noticed how nice the weather's been today here in the UK for the guys in the UK? I tell you one thing, I am so looking forward to sunny nights and longer nights and getting out with the cars. All right, let's have a look what they're recommending for the centre diff. See, a lot of people don't keep these manuals. I swear by them. Let's have a look. Sign, free up space. Get that, one bed, bungalow, around 50 various RCs, touch crowded. Yeah, definitely old school. When I started building the channel up, to be fair to my wife, she was good as gold about it all as well. She just allowed me to do whatever I needed to do to start building it, and never really moaned at all. She's brilliant with it all. It's 100k in the centre. Well, 100k. Do I go stock fluids, keep it nice and light? What do you reckon, guys? Do I keep it stock fluids? Jeff Dukes, thanks for joining, brother. Do you reckon I keep it stock fluids and keep it nice and light so it's nice and nimble? What do you reckon, guys? I don't really want to go too thick on the diff fluids, do I? They're saying 5k front, 5k rear, and then 100k in the centre. Which, I'll be honest with you, for something that is kind of race orientated, I would say that's probably about right. Maybe I would possibly go 10k in the front, 5k in the rear. It's definitely great. The new Big Rock on 4S, so extremely tempted. Yeah, I am, buddy, as well, to be honest with you. The only thing I don't like is the shocks. I think the shocks are terrible. But the good thing is, Proline sells some amazing shocks for that car as well. But I will say the 3S range for me is a money pit, because you can just keep spending and spending. There's tons of upgrades for those cars, so it depends how far you want to take it. Big Rock had metal diffs, I'd buy it. Yeah, no, Toby, I am 100% with you on that. The funny thing was, though, I had someone tell me that the Big Rock now has a metal ring and pinion gear. I need someone who's got the car to let me know if that is right. Like Jeff is saying, but there, I've got 800 quid in a Senton. In a 3S car, mind. You know, something that was meant to be cheap and cheerful. I tell you what, let's go stock fluids, sod it. Just wait for this, because it's all sunk there. All right, turn it upside down and talk to you guys for 5. Let that sink to the bottom. Well, I got another bottle of 100k here. 100k, yes I have, actually, sod it. £130 car has cost £400 all in all. Awesome. Yeah, it does, but plastic gears, really odd. All right, okay. It does come with a metal ring and pinion. Rec managed a whole day racing it against other RCs, no issues. Oh, it's interesting. The only problem I had with the original Big Rock was the shocks leaking all the time. Yeah, that's why a lot of people go with the Pro Line shocks, isn't it? Right, let's let that settle down a second. Vapor, that's where I seen it. He was talking about it yesterday. So easy upgrade for the other 2 diffs. Ah, right, okay, now see, now Vapor, this is where I disagree with you, because the upgrade for the 2 other diffs, you're then in the 4S category. So you may as well at that point buy, because the 2 diffs, it's the same as what was on the previous generation. You have to buy the boost pack for the gearing. So the boost pack is going to set you back at around about between 80 and 90 pound. And the issue then is that Big Rock, which you thought was cheap, you're then looking at the same money as what a 4S Arma is. See my problem? Just bought some sleigh bars for my sledge. Bum Shakalak, thank you for joining, by the way. I have two 2150, 4282 motor combo to take me to 130. Nice. Nice. Toby, Creighton / Outcast 4S will be a better bet over the 3S right now. I'd imagine upgrade the diffs in the 3S car and that'll be one of the best on the market. Yeah, totally. If they just did those diffs from the off, I think they would have been on a winner. I don't know why. It didn't make any sense to me why they wouldn't have done that. But then again, is it then justifying the price of the 4S car? I don't know. I'm not a manufacturer, but for me personally, if you're in it for the money for the 3S car and then spending a further 80-90 pound on top, I don't know, it's a weird one. It is definitely a weird one. Yep, I agree, Chris. My Mojave 4S has metal diffs, metal center, and EXP parts. £450. Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. There is a good basher for around underneath £600. The 4S Mojave is epic. Rocky Mountain, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining, buddy. I hope you're well. I do appreciate everyone coming in here, guys. Please put a like on the video as well. If you're coming in here, I would love you to put a like on this live stream. Right, so I'm going to let that settle down with there. I still got bubbles coming in. Let's have a look to see what else. Well, we need 5,000 for the front and rear. Have I got that? 30, 10. No. No. 5,000. No. 10,000, 100,000, 20,000. See, this is where the problem is now. I don't think I've got 5k for the front and rear. I might go 10k front and rear. Toughen it up a little bit maybe. There'll be 5k in there, so it'll be around about 7,500. Rough calculations. What do you think, guys? Jeff Duke, seen a few vids of the Mojave Forest, looks pretty special. Awesome truck, honestly, awesome truck. Yeah, guys, a bit of a bargain to be honest. Wipes the floor with the 3S range for not a lot more. See, that's where I would be. 110%. Better motor, better ESC, better drivetrain, nicer looking truck, and they're so much fun to watch around. You know, kind of dip and move them and just kind of float about. Honestly, a fun truck to watch. Grandma RC, evening. Thanks for joining. I'm nearly 50 as well. Good lad. It's that magical age where you start looking at stuff. Real 90s hardcore or the new stuff. Oh, see, no, I'm a 90s hardcore boy. I went raving 91, 92, 93, 94, and then continued then till 2018 DJing. But yeah, I grew up on the hardcore scene. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. First generation raver. Right, let's put this diff back together. Yeah, I love the 90s. Okay, that definitely feels better for a start. It's a RC car, dear. It claimed 60 mile an hour, can only achieve in 14.2. Came on FSR. Put the small opinion in, drop the speed. Early 90s Manchester. Nice, good lad. Good lad. Nice to see some old ravers in you. I'm early 90s as well. I was playing early 90s. I was playing on the swings. Do you know the funny thing is my wife's 10 years younger than me, so obviously I met her later on in life, and I was married once. I had 2 children with my previous wife. They met my wife, and the age gap works great. It's awesome. She's so supportive of what I do, so awesome. I am looking forward to running this. Let's have a look. Hacienda nights were awesome. Yeah, I went to Hacienda. Where else I used to go? Tunnel Club, the Arches in Sheffield. My first rave was Fantasia in Castle Donington. Absolutely loved that. Well, I tell a lie, actually, it was 7 Exposure down this way, but my first big rave was Fantasia at Castle Donington. I loved that. Yeah, Helter Skelter as well. Yeah, awesome. Right, so let's put this back in, shall we? Oh, no, not quite. Not quite. I was explaining on the video, guys, actually, some people have mentioned, you know, why is there a lip on one side? That's your bearing carrier. So obviously when you put your bearing, so I put a video out today on the Punisher 4, where I've changed it over to an adjustable motor mount. And previously I've had people asking, you know, why is there a lip there? Well, obviously that's to space out the differential and also carry your bearing, because if you put it that way, one, it doesn't go properly. Two, if you were to get it on there, it would then rub against the spur gear. Not a rave of me. No? What sort of music were you into, Toby? Grandma C. I had all the Helter Skelter cassettes. Took the book. The huge book was iconic. Right. Okay. Need to get this back in the car, don't we? So far, I've got no issues working on the car. Seems nice and easy. I'll tell you what I'm going to do here is, let's get the drive shafts in. I think if I tighten up this on top of here, like so I don't have to mess about for after. What's happening, Let? You okay? Thanks for joining. Candyman King, put some song also. Nope, because I don't want a copyright strike. Sorry, bud. If I play music in the background, YouTube doesn't like that. TikTok, you're fine. YouTube, no, not open L. Unless I'm playing music. So I all the music in my videos, I use a company called Epidemic Sounds, which I pay a license for the music. So if I didn't do that, YouTube would copyright strike me and I wouldn't be able to get my videos out to you guys. This is where I'll get the hate, but I don't care. MJ all day. Hey, look, I don't just listen to dance music, mind. I grew up, my father was a DJ, but he was a DJ playing normal music. And my sort of, I like reggae, I like rock, I like hip hop, you name it. I did. If you like music, you like music, and that's that. And Michael Jackson was very, very good. Bit strange bloke, but still. Can I get this in there? There's a question. Right, is there a technique to this? Because it came out all right. Is that in? That is in. Okay. Drive shaft in there. Right, and we're in. Okay. Swap the drill bit. There you go. 80s indie is my favourite. Yeah, well, like what bands? What bands are we talking? Because I love The Cure. I love all the old New Romantic stuff as well. Alid Evans, thanks for joining. My clubbing started in 2000 and 2010. Sheffield Gatecrasher. I actually played in Gatecrasher in Sheffield. Epic. So I had a very long career DJing, and absolutely loved it. Was resident for many clubs over the UK. I had 6 residencies in Cardiff, 1 in Bristol, no, sorry, 2 in Bristol. Western Supermare, Bruno Rooms, Crystal Rooms, The End in London, Club Kinetic and Wrexham. Crasher, Sheffield and also Birmingham. But I've still got a lot of my mixes online, guys. If any of you are interested, so my DJ name I used to go under was Alex Slane. So if you go on to like Mixcloud or SoundCloud, either Alex Slane or Transatlantic, and yeah, they're all on there. Right, so we have a centre diff, and it definitely feels a lot better than what it was, for sure. Right, okay, so that's good. Right, rear diff, let's have a look. Because I want to also do the hinge pins as well. The car came with, which I thought was pretty cool actually, came with 7075 hinge pins, so while I'm here, we may as well do that. Let's have a look. Don't mind a bit of metal too. Yeah, big Metallica fan. Also like Maiden. Have I still got my DJ gear? Play on net radio station. We're always after new people. Oh, really? Oh, nice. To be honest, I'm now deaf in 1 year, but yes, I've still got all my stuff. So I'm actually deaf in this year. So a lot of the time, you'll notice when I'm out with the boys, I'm constantly like this, listening in. But I damaged my hearing playing in a club in Cardiff. Gay club of all places, and I turned the monitor up too loud, and as I was kind of monitoring like that, as I came back up, looked at the crowd, when the boys looked at me, as I took my headphone off, there was blood all over my hand, and my mate kept pointing at my ear, and yeah, basically I burst all the large vessels inside my ear, so killed it. But still play. Learned to adapt to it, but it took me a long time to learn to kind of mix with a wonky ear, that was for sure. And it does look like at some point I will need to have a hearing aid, but yeah, there you go, here's what it is. What's on the table? Okay, so on the table we've got the Vorza S, the new Truggy that I picked up from Model Sport. So I'm just going through the diffs, adding some little parts to the car. Yeah. Marillion. Now there's a band I haven't heard for years. Went to watch Metallica at Etihad Stadium. Still the best gig I've been to. I can still feel the bass. See, I still... Master of Puppets, what an album. What an album. Solaris, 18 tooth pinion on a Techno MT410 2.0, 2400 kV motor, 4S, ideal gear ratio. Stock pinion, stock spur is absolutely fine. I would go metal spur. That's my opinion. I would definitely get rid of the plastic spur. I was running, so what was it, 2004? I was running 2005, and I was running it on an 18 tooth, and it was rapid, really rapid. Temperatures, as long as you've got a fan on the motor, it should be absolutely awesome. Will that come off the top there? Yes, it will. So one thing I'm noticing here, guys, all the hardware on this Vorza, the screws and everything, very easy to get in and out of the car. I haven't had any sort of dodgy screws or anything. From Model Sport, what's Craig on about? Craig, what do you, from Model Sport? What, this car, Craig? No, this was from Wheelfin. There you go, that's the back end off. Should be able to get into that gear quite nicely, so move that to back there. I think what I'll do is get the diff out first. You said Molesball, blame. Oh, I've got a dual fan on it, thanks. I'll keep the plastic spur, and if it breaks, I'll replace it with the metal one. Solaris, honestly, you can get the metal ones off AliExpress. I think they will work out around about 18 UK pounds. But it made a hell of a difference to the car. So if you do get any muck inside that gearbox, no problems at all. And what you also got to remember is you're not in and out of the gearbox all the time. Then, you know, replacing spur gears. Yes, it does give you a brake point, but the metal Techno diffs, front and rear diffs, are absolutely awesome anyway. So as long as you've got it shimmed right, you should never really need to touch your gear in, except for the pinion. Just got back into the DJing stuff during COVID, and now played out a few times. Bought a rig, put on small parties. Nice, Rut Rider, awesome. What sort of stuff you playing, mate? Wow, there's a big screw through the diff case. Quite like tonight, actually, nice and chill. Crikey, that's bad. Yeah, well, you know, it's kind of when I was playing, to be honest with you, everyone gave me warnings about, you know, using so that you have the ear plugs, basically the filter out the low end bass to stop ears getting damaged, but you can still pick up enough, and obviously the hi-hats. But the issue I had was, to be honest with you, I never got around to doing it. At the time, I was kind of signed up to an agency. I was back and forth, busy. Life was just hectic. And I just never got around to it. And then it bit me in the ass, really. So, all right, let's have a look at this. Good grief in Manchester. Yes, I did. Good grief was hard house heaven. I loved it there. So what do you think I should get next, Robbie? Good question, my friend. Give me a budget, Rob. Honestly, give me what budget you thinking, dude? Well, that's strange. So they've given you what it looks like, only 3 of them. So you've got front block, pivot block, and pivot plate. So pivot plate must be, what we look at that? Front rear, so that is that one. And then you've got, that must be the pivot plate there. So that is rear, that's this one here. And you also got rear front, so that they've doubled down on the rear plates. So the 7075 rear plates, as you can see, they actually sent them with the car, but they only sent 3, so it looks like you don't get the front one. So I might have to go and get the front one at some point. Right, take this all apart. I love working on new cars though, honestly, because you don't get any issues with anything coming apart. Craig, a bigger shed. Yeah, good point. Yeah, definitely. Lee, good grief was awesome. Very messy. Yeah, yes, Solaris, GPM spur or Techno MT410 GPM spur. You can get it on AliExpress. Normally on a 7-day delivery from them as well. But it's worthwhile upgrade. That and their, have you done the shock caps yet? Because GPM sell the metal shock caps for the Techno. The 410 suffers with a plastic top caps on the shocks. With a heavy landing, the plastic ones have a tendency of popping off, but with the metal ones, they stay kaput, honestly. And also, it makes it a lot easier for bleeding. because of the metal thread. You're not in and out with it all the time when you are doing the shocks. Now there's a car I miss. Right, what are we doing here? So it looks like I can get the diff out with that screw there. So fingers crossed this rear diff will come apart. Marcus, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Hope you're well, my friend. No choice, chill, waiting for front towers and shocks by Typhon. 2 weeks in the shop. Yeah, there you go. Ah, that's nice and easy. Right, so let's have a look. So they have shimmed it, so that's nice. Diff feels really light. So shim by there, diff by there. And this is the difference with the Vorza S. You actually get, I don't know if the camera's picking that up, spiral cut gears on you, very much like the Techno gears actually. Look pretty much like them. Not a lot of grease, but I can add grease on this, that's fine. Let's move all this over here now. Work on these diffs. When I put it all back together, then I can put the hinge pins on. Hector, what's your break? I haven't broken anything. What I'm doing is, I always do this on first use with all my RCs, take it all apart, check all the diffs. I've got some extra parts to add, going from plastic. For some reason they fitted plastic, so I have got 7075. They come with the car, hinge pin holders. But I always check a diffs, top them up, make sure they're all pucker. Marcus, Chris spoke to a dealer last week regarding my easy run 4278 2250. The smoke collecting replacement tomorrow alongside a killer servo for my Isuga. Nice. There you go. Happy days. I told you it was worth doing, didn't I? Yeah, got the GPMs as well. Sweet. Hector, nice. Thank you. No worries. I hope you're well. Thank you, Hector, for joining in as well, by the way. Right. I need to go get beer. I'll be back. Oh, shameless plug. Video out later. Yeah, no worries, Craig. So, what is everyone doing tonight apart from chatting with me? So I do appreciate you coming on, guys, and obviously giving me your Friday night. It's nice to have you on board. Thank you very much for joining. Let's get these diffs open, shall we? There's nothing on this HPI so far that I dislike. Nothing at all. Yeah, double tap the screen, guys. I would appreciate it. Give me some love. Busy at work, in between clients. What do you do for a living, Marcus? Okay, so I'm currently trying to remove a strip 1.5 screw from my reliable XCS rear diff. Oh, do you know what? I had the same issue, my friend. Absolute nightmare. Nice, Marcus. Nice. I wish I could get my ass into gear to do something like that. There you go. Oh, okay. That is the reason why that rear diff is feeling like, because there's absolutely bugger all diff fluid in there. Right, where am I to? 10k, 10k, 10k. We got 10k there. Yes, we have. That's nice. I've got plenty of it as well. Happy days. I broke the CVD from camera 4. Did the heat shrink around now the pin broke. Ah, no, you're joking, Mike. That's a shame, my friend. Real shame. Right, let's move that to by there. I've got a little trick here. Don't know whether I should do it. Normally I turn the heater on and warm up the bottle. Actually, all the diff fluid's gone to the bottom anyway, so we're good. Worst thing about the XTS, yes, 110%. The 1.5 screws are an absolute bloody nightmare, to be honest with you. Greetings from Portugal. Andre, thank you very much for joining, my friend. Charging for tomorrow. Yeah, that's my plan later. Hector 37 in here, only 24. Let's go, guys. This guy is cool AF. Thank you very much. Thank you. I love it when people enjoy coming in, yeah. I just need to source better hardware. The thing is, I don't know. For me, if I could get a 2mm, I might have a go, actually, at some point, replace them all with 2mm screws. Because I just don't see the point of 1.5s. There you go. That's all topped up. Let that settle down. Honestly, guys, these Diff stands from Garage Life, and shameless plug here because I'm friends with Tyson. He does send me some stuff for review. But I use this all the time working on my cars. The Diff holders, pucker, really good. Just relaxing, looking at RCs, have to debate on how much forgiveness I'll need depending on the spend. What are you looking at, Grum? Which one? I'm so looking forward to picking up this cracking Vesla. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm having a Bailey's as I'm talking to you. You're chilling, I'm chilling. I've ordered 300k oil for my Diorite Diff. Will this be too heavy? Ooh, what are you talking, Lee? Centre Diff? Is it the Centre Diff you're looking at? Tell me, bud. If you're wondering why, guys, I keep looking by here, I've got an iPad, so I'm looking at the comments. It's not that I'm being rude. It's basically I can see the iPad better than what I can see my phone. So, also broke a spoiler from Typhon 6S after shave 2 years. It was a bad day last Wednesday. We all have them. We all have them, my friend. So wait for the bubbles to come out by here. Need an extra RC for when the Nautilus MT8 is drying out. Yeah, I did see that video. Better to forget forgiveness than ask for permission. 110% Marcus. I gotta be fair though, my wife, so honestly, really is good as gold. I had my XDS running 4S today. Very nice. So what have you put in there? Have you put a 10BL 120 in there, Vapor? Rear diff. 300's going to be way too much for the rear diff. Centre diff, maybe. Right, so the ideal diff fluids I can recommend to you for the DR8 is... let me get this right, ready, you know. 60 front, 30 rear, and I put 500, no, wrong, sorry, 100 front, 60 rear, 500k in the centre. Parts order, Crowley, delivery tomorrow, spoiler for the Typhon, AliExpress. The issue I had was stability with the DR8, so thickening the diffs up, I gave it better straight line. It just took off and went. I need to get another DR8 at some point, don't I? What do you reckon, guys? Should I get another DR8? Something 6S off-road, looking at the SST, Vorza, maybe a 5. So basically you're looking at a Truggy style, is that right, Grum? Because I will say the Vorza so far for me, if you're looking at something that's racy, the SST and the Vorza are on top. I would pick the Vorza out of the box. Right, so if you're going to go for an RTR, get the Vorza. if you're looking for something you want to build and put your own electronics, maybe look at the SST. The Creighton is good, but it's heavy. And the only thing I've got with the 6S BLX cars with the Creightons is you tend to have a bit of an issue. You buy the car once, and you got to buy it twice. Now, to get them super reliable, you got to spend big money on the Armas. That is, I've got literally everything for it, but you can spend and spend and spend. They look pretty, they become heavy. Notorious is a good buy, mine. I actually ran mine with very little upgrades last time, and awesome truck. 6S Typhon is wicked. I love the Typhon. Already had the 10BL 120, so I thought, why not? Couldn't get full trigger. I need to try that. Yes, DR8. Yeah, I think DR8 could possibly, another DR8, we'll revisit, because that was the first car I ever had on the channel. And then just upgrade the crap out of it like I normally do. But yeah, that might be a thing. Might go DR8. Two seconds, guys. Just need to line up these screws. So you're going to take away all the handling of that car, putting 300k in the rear, Lee, and I can guarantee you that the car will be an absolute pig to drive. Sorry guys, I was just concentrating on getting this diff back together. Why is this not sitting down properly? There you go. There you go, just needed some persuasion. Right. Um, 6S Typhon V5 is great, never had a problem with it. Will that spur be okay with the Techno 18? Yes, yes it will. Not a problem there. That's not right because the gears have locked up there. TLRs are great cars, 110%. I agree with you, Robbie. Not as good as a Team Associated RC8 though. It's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun when we go to Everton, my friend. Right, what's going on here? Because this diff case doesn't really want to sit down here. Ah, that's why. Pin has popped out. Two seconds, guys. I'm having a problem here. Right, let's clean my hands. Shut up. Thanks for your help. Can't wait to take it out on first proper run. Run it down the street without a lid. Can't regret it. Shock caps got scratched when I flipped it. Ah, dude. Yeah. They are a bit spicy. I did exactly the same in my back garden. Tried out basically around the back garden when putting all the electrics in. Hit the gas and the car flipped and landed on its back. So, but basically scratched a load of the plastics. Running with a curl shoe, Madwagon. Shell on it. It required some new post mounts, Dremel. Oh, that'd be cool. Do me a favor. Are you on our my group, guys? By the way, for any of you here, I do have a Facebook group called RC Buddies V2. So if you're unaware of that, I'd love it if you can come on and join. Right, so that diff is in there nicely. Let's clean this off here. Okay, and this pin doesn't want to go in. So let's put that straight. And that should sit in there quite nicely now. There you go, got it. Got it. What a pain in the ass that was. Pants like that, Martin, how you doing? Thanks for joining, my friend. Hi, Pants. Living the dream. I'll join. Yeah, I would love it if you can, honestly. The Vorza S, you're venturing on me. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The Vorza S. Getting you ready for this first run. Been really interested to see how this goes because, as you know, I'm a big fan of the SST, and I'm hoping this is going to be as good, if not better. Let's have a look. So yeah, what I'm doing now is basically just doing all the diffs. And making sure that everything's topped up. I've got some hinge pin holders I need to install in a second. And then right, okay, so we have got a rear diff. It feels like a real diff now. RC Buddies V2. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's the correct one. Love it if you come and join in. Dean Stanley, hi mate. What are the size wheels of the tyres, please? Hey, do you know what? I'm glad you reminded me, Dean, and thanks for coming in. I'll have a look for you now. Guys, all I ask you is chuck a like on the video for me, please, as well, if you don't mind. I would love it if you chuck a like on the video. Dean, I'll have a look for you now and just let me put this diff together. Right. That feels buttery smooth. Happy days. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right. Let's have a look, bud. See, I did have a tape measure. So tyre size is, oh, it actually says on top actually, 143 by 60 by 4.0. So should be 143 top to bottom. Which it is. By 60, which it is, by, I don't know what the other bit is, by 4.0, but yeah, it's 143 by 60. Does that make sense to you? I think that's right. Vapor RC, thank you very much for coming in, mate. I do appreciate it. Thanks for joining my friend. So I've actually put 3 shims in. That's nice. So 3 shims on the crown gear side. Right, that's got a lot to keep up with the SST. I think you're going to be surprised, my man. Evening, Chris. Hope you're well. Thanks, Mark, for joining. I do appreciate it. Silicone, what weight? I've seen that you got the HD ones in the box on the last live. Silicone, what weight? What are we talking about, dude? What are we talking about, noobs? Are we talking about the Vorza? Take care, Vapor. See you later, Vapor. Cheers, Jeff. How would a Max 8 2500 suit the SST? Pucker. Really, really good. It would fly. The 2500 would be absolutely awesome. 17 tooth pinion in there would be more than sufficient. Make sure you get like a 35/40mm fan on there. In mine I've got a 2250 in there at the moment, and that is rapid. 2500 will be quick. Yes, mate, that makes sense. 4.0 means like 2.8 or 3.8. Thanks, bud. No worries, Dean. Thank you very much for reminding me. I felt like a right pleb then. Right, grease. Let's have a look. So, I love this grease as well. It's good stuff. The same stuff they put in the Traxxas cars. Have you got any drift setups? No, I don't. Small. It's not something I've looked at, to be honest with you, because, well, basically I've never really bothered. It is something that I'm thinking about doing at some point, but no, I haven't actually got any drift setups. I spend a lot of time sliding around parks, so if that's anything. Not always the best way of doing stuff, though. Do you have an E-Max or a Mini Max or the Mac? X-Max. I've got an X-Max. I do have an X-Max. She's sat there. I'll show you in a minute. Where New Yorkie RC, where's planes, bikes somewhere else. There are C4 dolly vehicle forward slowly, then a new RC version. Diffs, yes, Vorza. Diffs, yes, Vorza. What are you doing now? Okay, sorry. Right, so just something I do with all my cars are basically just make sure all the diffs are all greased up. They've had a fresh dose of silicone oil or topped up. I tune them sometimes straight out of the box. Sometimes I leave them stock. With this one, I've actually gone slightly thicker on the diff oil, only because, number one, I didn't have any. The front and rear diff on this was 5k. So yeah, I've gone with, let's have a look. Yeah, that sits in there nicely, so that's fine. I've gone with 10k, but there was 5k in there already, so it's basically around about 7.5, roughly. Is that right? Is that dry shaft? Yes. I hate this designer diff, mind. It's a pain in the ass. Right, I tell you what. Let's close that diff case up. There you go. Put 2 screws back in, and then that's held in place. They're like half shafts, basically, going into the diff case. Right, what else are we talking about? Can you give me a mini noobs? Can you give me a mini noobs, Blake? My son. Mini noobs, how you doing? Thanks for joining, my friend. Blake, thanks for watching. You just answered my question about the thicker oil service as such. Oh, happy days. I'm glad I did that. I didn't even realise I did it. Right. Okay, so drive shaft this side. I like to make sure all my cars out of the box are going to be all set up so how I like them. So it means there's less hassle later on, and I'm not relying on someone having a bad day in a factory to assure me that they've done a good job. When it comes to RC, guys, I recommend you doing it because, let's be honest, trust no one when it comes to cutting corners and stuff. Right, I think what I'm going to do here actually is loosen off that here. Right, Chris, I'm gonna have to dash. Sorry, mate. Taking her out. Thanks for the live, Jeff. Thank you very much for joining, my friend. You have a wicked night, and I appreciate you popping on. Is anyone else working on cars tonight then? Anyone else wrenching? Are you not into Tamia's cars? Yeah, well, I am actually, to be honest with you. Very much so. Used to love my Tamias. I haven't had one for a while though. But yeah, I would love another Tamia. I am looking at the XV01. I think that's what it's called. XV01, yeah. No, so XV02 Pro. That was it. Let's put this in. That's going to hold it in place there. Why, have you got one? What Tamia are you running yourself, bud? His flipping drive shaft popped out again. Solaris. Recently built a BBX, chucked so much money into hop-ups. Now, I love the look of the BBX. Really, really nice looking car, that. How are you finding it? I used to love my 110 scales. I think that's why I like the rally car as much as I do, to be honest with you. I used to run 1/10 touring cars. So, the last touring car I had, actually. A lunchbox would be cool. Again, no, the thing is with Tamias is that they take a lot of money to get them where you want them to be. They're kind of money pits. And are they a good option in this day and age is the question. Ricky from Beyond RC did a cracking video actually on it. Dropped your like, mate. Got to go get tea sorted. We'll be wrenching. Thanks for shouting out my little boy. He's buzzing. Wicked. Tell him thank you very much. Right. What's going on here? Because these drive shafts look like they're in the wrong place. Having a bloody nightmare here, trying to talk to you guys at the same time. This one, Team Crowley Synchro. Love that buggy, awesome. You got Synchro, Punisher, Team Associated RC8B 3.2, About SSTE, Notorious over here, Mojave, Techno MT410, Gladius, Maverick, Quantum Rally R, Outcast 8S, X-Max Ultimate, and MGX Rally Car and a Vorza on the desk. That's what I got you at the moment. Destroy a lunchbox in seconds. Probably. What would happen? It would hit the park bench and then I'd be very sorry. Have you tried the Asuga? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Asuga's awesome car. What's going on here? Right, let's move this. Let's move this. Because I'm having a nightmare here. And this is why I don't like this sort of setup. Right, drive shaft go underneath. I can go there. And I think what we'll do then is put hinge pin in to hold it for now, like so. Another one there. There you go, and then we'll put the new hinge pin holder on the back. So they give these little screws on there as well. So I don't know what they're for. Ah, right, okay. Would you like to see more of a top-down view of me working on the car, guys? If I move the camera over, would you want to see me working on it on the desk while I'm talking to you? Let me know. Because I'm quite happy to move the camera about if you want to. Watch Japanese YouTube channels dedicated to backyard racing. Do you want me to move the camera across by here so you can actually see what I'm doing? Or are you okay with watching it the way it is? Stop company launching race series would be great. Yes. Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun to watch, that's for sure. Right, let's put this in. So I believe what happens here is you're good with the current angle. Okay, good. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Where's the instruction booklet that came with this? Right. Because they give you a bunch of washers and some little screws as well. So I want to kind of work out. Oh look, so this is the rear. Install pivot, rear front. Rear I want. Rear, there you go. So we need hinge pin holders. Aha, right, got you. So this thing goes on like so. Right. HPI, yes. Yes, it is. I do like my HPI cars. The only issue I don't like is putting the buggers back together again. A bit fiddly, to say the least. Oh, piss off. Right. That's one. Put this hinge pin in here and then slide that in. Right, and there's two. Right, put these screws in. So we do have some screws, which are by there. So what have we got? 1, 2. They should be. So they go through the diff case, like so. That's one. Just hold them in place. Viewy, difficulty in my Japanese voice. Daki teriyaki. Right, so now it's held in place. Ish. Who makes the best differentials in your opinion? Probably Techno. HPI, I will say I was quite impressed with the diffs on that. But then I tend to upgrade all my diffs, but the best diff out of the box has got to be a Techno in my opinion. Gonna play Marvel Rivals, my buddy now. Thanks to the stream. You're most welcome. Thank you very much jumping on, Polaris. Pete Nova, how are you doing? Picked up a big rock. A dog playful attacked my granite 2 to 3S, and at the skate park the bodies. But I'm back on it. Oh no, gutted. The owner was nice about it and paid for the new body. Well, yeah, it's good that he did that, but it's a shame that it happened to you, obviously. Let's have a look. Yeah, bit of a shame that happened to you, my friend. We got screws everywhere. Right, okay, so they are saying some small screws to go, is that 1.5 or 2? 2. And then you have a washer, like so. And then that should go in there. Okay. Okie doke. Right. Where am I to? Oh, it was nice, but good to know. So, best aftermarket diffs. Ooh. Don't know really, to be honest with you. Probably Vitavon. I will say I do like Vitavon differentials. They're some of the best ones I've used. Right, we have. It's going together now, guys. Thank God for that. So what cars are you looking at the moment, guys? Or what sort of new purchases are you looking at? I mean, I know a few people have mentioned about... Right, that is gone in lovely there, so that's good news. There you go. So, new hinge pin holder is installed. So, that's nice. Differentials. Let's hold this one. Hold the gear there, and that should feel nice now. Spot on. I'm going to pop the sway bar back on. Very quiet in the chat at the moment. where you all gone? I can see people watching. There you go. Right, sway bars on. Put this back on here. Sorry, Chris. We will do better. So I just thought, Christ, they've all gone. Right. I think what I might do here as well, because I have noticed these shocks being quite, should we say, non-eventful. So I'm thinking about putting the Habao SST springs on you. I've seen a few people mention about the upgrades. We're just hanging back watching you. I appreciate that. Right, so we're looking at now that one there, which should be a lot easier to bloody do than the last time. Is that front rear? Front rear, yeah, that's front rear. And then this one should be, yes, so that's going to go in there like so. Thank God for that. Only now joining. What's happening to the Vorza? Hinge pin holders. I've done the center diff, and I've also done the rear diff. So center diff I've topped up 100k. Front diff I've gone with that'll be 10k. The rear I've gone with 10k. I'll see if I can get these hinge pins back in. There you go. I did like the fact that HPI have gone ahead and sent out the upgrade. You know, obviously there was an issue, and they've sent out the upgrade with the car. It's nice to know that, obviously, because I looked at them and didn't even give them a, so they put plastic on with the car, but then they included in the car itself, obviously, the 7075 hinge pin holders. Right, let's have a look. What else is saying? Hard typing holder and masking tape and X-Acto. Fair enough, yeah, I get that. I'm a good friends. Happy day, thanks for joining. What part of... Are you part of the Welsh Lock Grum? I'm itching to buy a lunchbox and a pumpkin now. Do you know what? Let's all buy lunchbox and pumpkins. Midnight Pumpkin I like, and I also like the Stadium Blitzer, and I also like... There's loads of Tamia options I like, to be honest with you. Good place to actually... I was talking to a friend of mine the other day. We were on about Tamias and this, that, the other, and apparently a good place to pick them up is, where do you get them from? Amazon. Amazon quite often have some of the Tamia range for underneath £100. So yeah, I might do a build actually. I might do another Tamia build. Last one I did, in fact, the only one I've done on the channel was the Zach Speed Capri. And that came out absolutely stunning. Yeah, I might get another Tamia at some point. It's funny though, because by the time you put the money into a Tamia, right, hinge pin holders front and rear, and also we've got the diff all greased up and nice. Okay. What else do I need to do here? Got the gear in. Do I go ahead and upgrade the springs? Now, hear me out. The springs they recommend, believe it or not, actually come off the SST. The orange springs the SST comes with. A lot of people use on this buggy because the springs on it, unfortunately, are a bit cack. So I'm going to put... How's this sit? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I might put the grey springs on here and put the orange springs for the SST on there. Sod it, let's do it. Let's do it. New wheels came today for the Maverick. They're a little bit bigger than the stock ones. Which wheels you get, Nathan? Is the best. I am not doing the M4. That could make me an honorary Welshman. You're more than welcome to become an honorary Welshman, Grim, that's for sure. Chris with the C is the best. Thank you, Happy Day. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it, my friend. I have a lunchbox, my eBay basket. Get it? Why not? Get one. Have some fun. Enjoy building it. That's one of the good bits with the Tamias, though, is the enjoyment of building the kit. They're a lot of fun to build, and obviously when even if you don't run them, you put them, let's say, on a wall somewhere, and they just look good. Let's not beat around the bush here. To be fair to the Tamias, they look awesome. I've had it for weeks. The GRP 07 medium, bright yellow. Oh, hardcore then. Wrenching is my therapy. And mine. I spend a lot of time wrenching. I enjoy it. Definitely enjoy it. It's a good way of just escaping and chilling out and just chilling my mind. I can have a terrible day in work or just hectic, and when I start wrenching, I can just chill out. And it's a funny thing, like the whole mental health thing, I am a big advocate for it. It's nice to have something that you can just focus on, and just chill out and enjoy it. And the whole community thing that's been built up, especially with the channel, and all the people I know have gone out and met, and yeah, it's just awesome. The front wheels catch a bit more on the body. Well, give them a trim. Give them a trim, dudes. Have you got some Lex and scissors? If you need some, you can borrow some off me if you want to. I have a crate 8 desk with lots of aluminium parts. I'm having trouble finding shocks that have enough dampening. GPMs are too bouncy. Have you tried the oh, flipping heck, the M2C shock kit? Because apparently, by all accounts, the new pistons inside there plus the bigger shock shafts is much better. No, I need to. Yeah, honestly, Bikini Warrior, definitely have a look, buddy. I can't remember what there was a word in for it, but the M2C shock kit is much better. Funny thing is, I've got the issue with Big Red at the moment, which is over in the corner here. I can't really show you because I'm bouncing the camera. But I bent the shock shaft on the first time out. So luckily I have got spares in the drawer there, so I can actually replace those. But yeah, is what it is. Right, what am I doing? Shocks. Let's have a look, shall we? I want to see if the SST shocks fit this car nicely. Not shocks, springs, sorry. Because if they fit, like I said, with this car, as I mentioned in the video, I didn't want to run this out straight out of the box. There was a few things I wanted to address first. Is there any shock oil in them? Is a question. Do I open them up? It does feel decent. Spring rate is horrid though. So yeah, the stock springs, by all accounts, are absolutely horrendous. And the funny thing is, the car was sitting down low. So take the springs off, put the SST springs on and see how it feels. Are the rear shocks different lengths? Is the question. Yes, I think. Let me just check something. Rear shocks, front shocks the same. I think I'll leave the stock ones on for now, and I'll wait until, so Robbie's actually sending me a set of springs for the Vorza. Right, let's have a look. Bladderless kit, that's the one. Oh, Ricky, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. Thanks very much for coming on board, buddy. Guys, just to kind of give you a heads up here, I haven't told anyone, I'm waiting for Ricky to come on. Ricky is my next week's live stream guest, so I'm quite privileged to have him on, especially with the fact that, you know, he's got such an awesome channel. I want to say a huge thank you to Beyond RC for yeah, basically we're going to do a live together next week, guys, so that's going to be a thing. I you know, really hoping you guys will enjoy having him on the live stream. So make sure next week you keep an eye out for the live stream announcement, obviously on the channel and also on RC Buddies V2, and also on my Facebook page. But yeah, Ricky is going to be coming on for a live stream. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about, but we'll talk about everything, to be honest with you. But yeah, nice to have you on board, Rick. Thank you very much for popping in. Just working on the Vorza, basically just tuning the diffs. There's a hinge pin set I needed to add to the car. Getting it ready for his first run. Something to look forward to. 110%, my friend. 110%. It's like YouTube royalty. I like Ricky's video because he's honest with stuff. I'm not saying there's other guys out there that aren't honest, but Ricky, I respect him for what he does, because he will call a spade a spade, and that's pretty much where I'm at. Not everything is perfect, guys, and unfortunately there is a big bunch of people out there that tend to say that everything is amazing. But yeah, it's he calls a spade a spade. He doesn't beat around the bush with his reviews, and I totally respect him for that. And also, he's a big bugger. I wouldn't want to upset him. Right. I tell you, it would be a lot easier if I had a proper stand on the desk. Let's go. Let's put this by there, and then I'm not messing about. There you go. That's a hell of a lot better. Just move this over here. Your passion for RCs is contagious. I love your enthusiasm, the way you share it. I love... let's have a look. I love the way you talk about RCs. So much knowledge and experience. Happy days. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that, honestly. Thank you. I've got to be honest, right? It may be an expensive stand, but the Traxxas stand is epic, especially for working on your cars. I need to start using it more often, really. Let's have a look. Whoop. Drive shaft's not in. There you go. There you go. Hey, happy day. Did you get your Vortex ESC problems sorted? Oh, I didn't even know you had a problem, to be honest. So, happy day. Hi, Chris. Liam here. Do you fancy a race your X-Max with my X-Max? Yeah, sure. Why not? I don't know if my X-Max would be any good, but yeah, I'll give it a go. Awesome, Nathan. Happy day. Hi, Pete. Hey, Ryder. Looking forward to it, Chris. Honestly, I am looking forward to it, mate. When obviously you said you fancied coming on, made my day, really, to be honest with you. Like, we were going to have him on tonight, guys, but to be honest with you, Ricky deserves a bit better than just a random... is that the right screw? Right, yeah. Just a random... Oh, by the way, he's on a live. So I'd rather him come on, be an organised event, and then you guys can actually enjoy asking him some questions as well. But we'll work out the logistics, which day we're going to go on next week, and then go from there. So keep an eye on the channels, guys. I don't know whether Ricky will announce it on his channel, but we'll definitely have an announcement up from one of the channels at some point, just to say which day he's going to be on. Let's have a look. What's this? Rare for me to do anything live. Well, yeah, I haven't seen many lives from you, to be honest, Rick. Hey, Graham. I think every 2 to 3 SESC has problems. My granite is a random voltage cut off. Oh, never. I did see Mr. Meadows. He had the same issue with his. He took it back to the model shop and they replaced it. So it does look like... The only thing that annoys me with this is the fact that apparently, by all accounts, you can't update the firmware on that ESC either. Whereas, obviously, with the older versions, you could. So, I know they've updated the handsets to connect to... so, if you've got one of the Spectrum handsets, it now recognises the ESC. But, yeah, it's a shame, really. What have we got? 4 screws. Will that go like that? Yeah. No, it won't, because the drive shaft will fall out, you pleb. Right. Two seconds, guys. I'll be back now. I just need to get this sat in there. There you go. We're in. Hold that like that. Move the stand a second. Put the screws back in. So look. Yeah, you can't use a programmer. Yeah, it's weird design choice that was, especially with the fact that it's, you know, I actually went out and bought the programmer myself, and because obviously thinking that, you know, that's something that you needed to do. Obviously it's going to be a supported thing for a while. And yeah, if I went to use that car now, apparently it doesn't recognize it. It's just a strange thing that the Horizon and Arma have done with that. You would have thought, especially for the 3S cars as well, I mean, a lot of people do like to change things up. They would have given the option, obviously, having a higher back voltage, or being able to turn the back up and down, or change a punch via a programming card. Ammo from RC store, had an ESC go under 30 seconds, first run. I think it was on new EXP Creighton though. Really? See, this is my issue with Arma at the moment, and this is why I do the upgrades I do. People question me, you know, why'd you upgrade your car the way you do? Why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? It's because the problem is with the Arma range is, yes, they're reasonably priced, but you do tend to have to buy a lot of upgrades for them. Now, it's the same with any car. I mean, it depends which way you want to look at it. You know, obviously there's upgrades for every single car out there, but especially with the 6S range, as I've said it over and over again, you don't just buy the car once, you have to buy it twice. It's just a weird one. Right, so we have a hinge pin holder in, so that's good. Those rear shocks, man, honestly. Strange that they've done it like that. Peak from another problem that occurred. Vehicle continued to run after resetting the ESC, turning it on and off, but LVC kept activating, indicating a malfunction. It's weird, that, isn't it? Martin Prince, thanks for joining. Hello everyone. I have a small issue with my transmitter motor ESC. My motor don't start spinning till I'm over 8% throttle. How can I solve this? What ESC are you using, Martin? Because it sounds like to me you need to recalibrate the ESC. I think the choice to use is a 2-in-1. It's not going to work well out for Arma in sales. No, I don't believe so. It's a terrible decision to go 2-in-1. Totally agree with you, Rick. Because I'm the type of guy, for example, if the ESC works, I might decide to change a motor up, or I might stick with the motor and change the ESC, or even just you know, tune what I've got and keep using it. I mean, for example, on the 4S Creighton, I had no issues with that car. It was fine. Right, can I get this out? Here's the question. Let's have a look. Do I need to take the wheels off? So that sits on the rear, apparently. Okay, so what the hell are they for? 1, 2, 3. We're about to find out, that's for sure. We need a puff. Already brushless. Yeah, what ESC and motor is it though, Martin? On what car are we talking? Rocco, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. Do appreciate you popping in. Arma Horizon are cutting corners on components and put the price up. Does not bode well. No, I agree. I agree. The thing is with Arma, for a long time, and I've said it a lot, is the cost of buying is cheap as opposed to Traxxas. All right, so you don't spend a lot on buying the car, but then the cost of the upgrades tends to be expensive, or repairs. So obviously the the parts you put on the vehicle to replace, they tend to be more expensive than like the Traxxas variant. Now, if you've got a car out the box that has issues with the ESC and stuff, that's going to bite people in the ass in a big way. And people are not going to put up with that for too long, I don't think. You know, it will backfire on Arma. It was a strange decision. The 3S market for Arma is very much a bread and butter scenario. They earn a lot of money off the 3S cars. It is what gets people into the hobby for them. And obviously brand loyalty is a big thing. Now, if you have a bad experience with the 3S vehicle, you may consider looking elsewhere. Now, as hobbyists, we do tend to look at other vehicles all the time. But if you've had a good experience with one brand, you might think, well, I'm going to stick with Arma because, you know, I've had a good experience with the 3S range. I'm going to go ahead and buy the 4S or the 6S or whatever. So if they go ahead and have issues with this 3S range and end up, you know, recalling, changing models, because let's be honest, you only got to look at, for example, the 6S EXB recently. I had the version 2, and they've just upgraded now to a version 3, and there's hardly any changes. I don't understand where the logic was in that sense. So it's the same feeling I've got for the 3S. Is yes, they've added a centre diff and a few other bits and bobs, but then they've also skimped out the 2-in-1 receiver slash gyro. Everything else is all in there. I don't know. I'm not on board with that. And the fact that I said from day one with the 3S car, what Arma needs to do is obviously put metal diffs in. Now, you can have some of the cheap Chinese cars that come with metal diffs. I mean, for example, right, that's not cheap Chinese. It'd be Team Corrali car, priced exactly the same sort of price range as what the 3S Arma range is. Full metal 8-scale diffs. You know, it's going to be a blessing to a lot of other companies that Arma have done what they've done. And let's be fair, the internet is a fickle thing. So the word will go around quickly, and people will end up talking about it. You'll end up looking online, and there'll just be a plethora of people complaining. Let's have a look. Rocco, I'm heading to the RC track now. Very nice. Someone asked me, what have I broken? I haven't broken anything. What I'm doing is setting the car up ready for its first run. I've added droop screws. I've done some diff tuning. I'm just adding some hinge pin holders and stuff like that. Beyond RC, you'll be back shortly, mate. No worries, Ricky. Thank you very much, mate. Case, literally all eggs in one basket. Totally agree with you. Totally agree. Oh, that was nice and easy. Happy days. Right, so what I need to do now is turn the car over. Oosh. Release that screw there. Okay, back at it. Let's have a look. Electric. Thanks for joining, my friend. Hope you're well. So this should be the rear hinge pin holder now, if I've got this right. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's just a strange... let's have a look. Not sure what ESC... yeah, the motor, 4 poles, 3650, 3900. Motor is a BL motor, 4 poles, 3650. BL. And what car is it again? Sorry, Martin. That's strange. I've just noticed the hinge pins are, the front are like a polished metal and the rears are black, like a hardened metal. That's strange. It's my drift car. Okay, so S-Spec is 6 volts, 3 amps, and motor is a BL, 4 poles, 360, 3900. Okay, and the issue you're just to remind me, buddy, all right, because obviously the chat goes quickly. I do apologize. The issue you're having is so I'm going to speak as I find. So far, taking this car apart has been an absolute blast. All the screws are of a decent quality. I've got no issues with any of the parts coming out. The only one thing I would say here is I've got a feeling there's not... What have I done here? If it's... So they haven't included a washer on the back of there, but I'm thinking I'm going to add one. Might be a static loading needed to get the rotor moving. This thing comparable to the Marco. No Speed Demon is durable enough. 7075 aluminium, but not center brace. Well, put it this way. I seen Aussie Playground bashing this, and by all accounts, he rates it a lot. You know, he's really does seem to rate this car. Right, that's not big enough, so we need a bigger washer. No, I've settled the endpoints on transmitter. Okay, so there's a set button on the ESC. Okay. Did you have any instructions with the car? So with the ESC? Because it sounds like to me that they need calibrating. So what you need to do is hold down the set button. And turn the car on at the same time. And what will happen is, I'll show you in a minute if you want me to. The ESC is from another car. Okay, well, that would make sense. If it's one of the BL motors and ESCs, so what you tend to do is on your... I haven't got a battery down here at the moment to show you, but press the set button, turn the car on, you get a set of beeps that go repeatedly. They go beep, 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 beep. Right, so basically, first press is neutral, all right? And it'll go beep and recognize that. Full throttle, press it again, you go beep, beep, and then full brake, and then it'll go beep, 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 and then it'll go or whatever, you know, kind of give you the tone, and then it'll count your battery cells, and that will mean that you've calibrated all the endpoints on your neutral, throttle, and brake. I have got a video on the channel of me doing this, should you need to have a look, buddy, but you're welcome to drop me a message. I can send you the correct video then, so if that'll help you. Right, I need 1.5. Let's have a look. See, I'll try that in the morning and let you know how you get on. No worries. I'm been busy fixing a ton of parts lately because of cold weather. Causing a lot of components to break. Well, yeah. Unfortunately, cold weather and plastics are an absolute nightmare. So it's feeling pain, mate. I live in Wales, and unfortunately, we do tend to have a lot of bad weather here. So going out, depending on which car you're running, has it been snowing? Right, okay. So we have the rear hinge pin holder on, so that's good news. So that's all done there. Right, Diff. Has it been snowing? Craig writes, I love the petrol RC cars, they go faster than a hot steak big from Greg's. How you doing, Craig? Hope you're well, mate. Right, let's take this bit off here. I gotta say, guys, right, it's a shame HPI don't make more cars, because taking this apart has been an absolute doddle. I'm finding it very decently made. I've had no issues taking this apart so far. No issues at all. Sitting outside enjoying 23 degrees here in Texas. Oh, I would love it to be 23 degrees here right now. It's probably 4 degrees. Yeah, plastics stand no chance out in the cold. You're warm here in New England. Oh. What's the temperature in New England at the moment, Pete? Sorry, Chris, was at dinner. No worries, my friend. Thanks for joining back, Grum. Thank you, my friend. Guys, I'll mention it one more time. I'd love it if you haven't hit the like button. I'd really would appreciate it if you hit it now. It sure does help the channel, obviously, for the algorithm to notice what I'm doing. And yeah, I'd appreciate it, obviously, if you could. Right, let's get this diff out. I'm going to top this one up as well. I tell you what, it's hard work trying to remember where all the screws go sometimes with a brand new RC car. I've taken apart so many, mind, that I just tend to like, okay, that's where it goes. Right, okay, so, centre diff. Let's get that out. Pop this sway bar off, if I can. Will that pop off? No. There you go. Now I'll get my diff out. Right, put all that over there, out of the way. That can go over there. This can go over here. We have a set of shims, a slightly weak diff. I'm going to turn the fan on in here because it is getting cold actually. Two seconds, guys. I'm here. I'm just trying to close this bloody door. I'll do. Right, let's turn the heater on. I'm starting to feel cold in here now. Right, where we at? Where we at? Oof. How much it cost? How much does one of that cost? One of that. This car, £500, buddy. 5 degrees C is warm for us. Whoa, that's warm. I've been bashing with my Team Crowley Skeeter and my Omni Terminator Rolalo. The Terminator, no problems whatsoever. The Skeeter now rear shock tower slightly bent. I think it's 60-60 well in aluminium. Alexandros. Have a look on AliExpress, dude. ADU sells some awesome upgrades for the Team Crowley stuff. The Punisher, is the Punisher more durable or is it worse than the Skeeter? I can't comment on that, to be quite honest with you, being straight with you. I'd love to say I'd know. By all accounts, it's meant to be more durable than the Skeeter. Obviously being a newer design. But I can't confirm or deny because I never owned the Skeeter myself. Drifting. What are you doing? So just doing the diffs on my Vorza S. I've also added some 7075 hinge pin holders. And yeah, basically just topping the diffs up before I use the car for the first time. I've got to say, I really like the build quality on this HPI car. I've had so many RCs in the past 3 years, 4 years, 3 years. 3 years? Yeah, 3 years. Now, I've been into RCs for a long, long time, but obviously the bashing side of it, I've only just came back to the hobby. But the plastics and everything, and the way it all goes together is absolutely top notch. So yeah, got no issues here at all. Quite a happy guy at the moment. The Punisher 4 and the Skeeter are almost exactly the same. Oh, really, Ricky? That's interesting. So, what changes are there, Rick, between the two cars? I like the green and black one. This one, Punisher. Awesome truck. I mean, the one I'm actually working on is green and black as well, so that's what could confuse me then. Yeah, the Punisher. Done a load of work on this yesterday, in fact. So, Rick, actually, I noticed the alignment on the front wheels is all out. So what I've actually done, bud, is I've added 2 shims. I've taken away the plastic washers that he had on the arms. Alright, so as you can see, I've added 2 kind of washers there, one at the top, and now the wheels actually track straight properly. This one, then I've also gone with Garage Life battery tray. So we've got a Garage Life battery tray and strap upgrade, as you can see here. And I've also gone with an adjustable motor mount now, and I've tuned all the diffs correctly. So I'm going to give this another run now, probably tomorrow. But nice truck. I'm just hoping. The only thing I wouldn't say I dislike the wheels at the moment. I'm on the fence with the wheels, wheel and tyre combo in them. Yeah, honestly, Rick. So just get some washers, bud. Put 2 at the bottom, 1 at the top. Only a couple, I think it's a mil thick each one. Basically, instead of the wheels being on a positive camber, it gives them a slightly more negative. So it brings the wheels, I think it's more like that sort of thing. So they're pretty much straight. Yeah, not the best. Well, it's a funny feeling with them, isn't it? Funny feeling. They're not quite terrible, and they're not quite great. It's hard to explain. By all accounts, they do tend to wear in though, don't they? I am thinking about getting my first Nitro as well. Yeah, Ricky's just answered by there now. Yeah, he has been telling me to get a Nitro for a while. I don't know which one to get though. I mean, what Nitro would I get is the question. I mean, I've been looking at, quite honestly, the Rustler Nitro, Traxxas Nitro, Traxxas Rustler Nitro. Only as a first basic car to start off with, because I've never had any experience, and they do look quite user friendly. let's have a look. Nitro's a unique experience. Taking a break from a Nitro is Droby Potty, yeah. Hyper 7 is a good shout. Dude, can you give a Quantum Flux a fix? I have no time. I'll give a Nitro Mammoth in return. A Nitro Mammoth? Isn't that the Team Corrali? What's wrong with your Quantum Flux, Taz? The 0.2 3-port is a better engine than the turbo engine. Okay. Right, that's the Diffs done. The front one was a lot easier to do, that's for sure. Right, some grease on there and we'll pop it back in the Diff case. Yeah, I think so. Bought one, got sent two by mistake, sent the Diff, just not going together. I can't work it out. Taz, I'm more than happy. You don't have to give me a car, mate. I'd be happy to help you. I mean, if you want to pay me with a car, that's different. I mean, you know, I'm not going to say no, obviously, but still, I'd be happy to help you, my friend. Turbo plugs are expensive, very finicky to tune. Not a fan at Nathan, prefer the Hyper 2.1. It's all foreign to me when it comes to the Nitro cars, I'll be honest with you. It is something that I need to look at though. I mean, I'm being straight with you. I mean, I've been into the hobby and bashing and doing all sorts of stuff, and yet I've never owned a Nitro. There you go. There you go. So that Diff is in there. Let's put this back in here. Where are we at? Taz, yeah, fair enough. Can't be that bad, surely, could it? Yes, dude, I'll have a look at your car for you, no problem. Thank you. They can be a pain to run, but very unique, definitely worth a look. 2.1 is pretty much the go-to for buggies, and over Rossi, there's a Scream. I think actually Phil John mentioned about the Nova Rossis. He seems to swear by them. Pressure helping my friend flick through. Yeah, I am. Not, Taz, honestly. Cracking cause that as well, especially with the whole mental health thing. I think that's a great idea. Right, I need a bit of Loctite here. I'll definitely have a look for you though. 100%. Very expensive though. Yes, I did see that they're not cheap. Unfortunately. Right, why is that not going in there? Where can I put this? I can go over there. Right, nearly there. Nearly there. Take a sip of my drink and chill out for 5 minutes. It's all gone really nitro and I haven't got a clue what you're on about. I'm looking at the comments going, oh, I've got no idea what they're on about here. I'm pretty sure I could pick it up quite quickly because I am mechanically minded, but yeah, I'm just looking at the chat going, oh, Nova Rossi 2. Blah 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 2.1s, turbos. What the hell are we on about? I know my electric car's like the back of my hand. The petrol stuff, no idea yet. I do need to get sort of dip my toes in that though. It is like another language, Rick. Completely baffled me by there. What are we wrenching on today? The HPI Vorza. We're on getting the Vorza done at the moment. And the boys are baffling me about Nitro cars. So yeah, I've got no idea what they're on about. I'm sure I could learn though. Yeah, it does seem that way, doesn't it? About being a language of its own. But then again, I mean, look, I've been into modified cars for many, many years. So if I can find my way around a modified car, e.g. my Subaru and Focus STs and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure I can work my way around the car engine. I rode bikes when I was a kid, so yeah, I should be alright. Right, we have, that seems to be working now, so right, put all the screws back in now, shall we? At least the wheels are still round on Nitros. And they got suspension. Don't forget that bit. For fuck's sake, here we go. Hey, boys, I'm meant to be chilling out, right? Rather than just another minefield of a load of nonsense I've got to sit there and research for hours again. For God's sake, give me a break. Ricky, Nathan, it's all your fault. So if I end up not sleeping for about 3 weeks, this is all down to you guys. because I have got OCD, and if I get my mind stuck into something, it's all shits and giggles till someone giggles and shits. See, no, your 30° north is pucker. Really, really nice car. Rick, I can't wait for you to come down, mate, and we're going to run the 30° along with the Vesla. That should be absolutely epic. Nathan, it's normally me that hasn't got a clue. Oh, yeah, fucking shitting me. The drive shaft's popped out. Bollocks. Right, the swear words are starting to come out now, guys. It's getting to that time of night. I haven't had food. I'm starting to get hungry. I came from work, had a shower, popped some different clothes on, came straight down the shed to do a live stream to talk to you guys about bloody nitros. I can't wait to get my Vesla though, honestly. Right, drive shaft is out on this side. There you go. Actually, bollocks to it. We'll do it this way. Can I get that in is the question. Yes, I can. Guys, I want to say a huge thank you, obviously, though, for coming on board, spending your Friday night with me. I do appreciate you all coming in here and just chatting, talking about RCs, having a bit of fun. It's, yeah, it's nice. That's what I love about this hobby. It brings so many different walks of life together. I'd love an MCD rally myself. That is one car that I have looked at and I really like the look of it. Right, now put the bumper on. Killing myself. Started half one and back up a one. And getting old. We're all getting old. We are all getting old, unfortunately. Every day, each day, we all get older. Case word. It's true though, isn't it? We all start feeling that pinch as time goes by. I mean, Christ, I looked at myself in the mirror the other day. Grey hairs coming up my ears, out my nose. Oh. What the hell's that all about? We were raving, doing all sorts of stupid stuff years ago. Maybe that's why I got grey hairs coming out my nose. Nathan Upright Rider, wife probably made him cry. Got home after finding out he wrecked it. Yeah, true. Drift King, welcome back. I like Axial, do you? Oh yeah, I like Axial. 110% I like Axial. I don't do a lot of crawling anymore, but I definitely like Axial. Right. Where am I? Where am I? Let's put the car back together. That's a drive shaft. Stop it. God's sake. That's going to go backwards now, isn't it? God's sake. Stay there. However, LSD Ultras or something else. Like, I will say though, it's all dependent on price, really, isn't it? I mean, I love all sorts of RCs, but does it make it any worse for anyone? I mean, I will say, I mean, I was quite impressed by Ricky's 30 degree north, quite honestly. I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with owning a MCD, but man, it's all dependent on price and what you can afford, isn't it? And I say this all the time on the channel, it's all dependent on your budget for each car. I mean, some people may start off with a cheap RC, and then that RC may evolve into something they've spent a lot of money on. I've done it many a time. I've pumped loads of money into cheap cars, and then what by the time I've ended up with is something that's probably worth a car that's 2-3 times the amount. Right, this goes there, I believe. Does it go on top? It goes on top. Nathan, thanks for coming on, bud. I really do appreciate you being on board. Thank you very much, buddy. Chris, I'm buying a synchro this week based on your videos. Don't spend silly money anymore. MCD far too much these days. Yeah, I totally agree. I have just as much fun with some of my cheaper cars. I mean, I picked that as my car last year. The value for money in the synchro was epic. Such a fun buggy to run, to be honest with you, because of the price point, and I didn't really chuck too much into it. I found myself using it a lot more than some of my more expensive stuff. Right, I need Loctite. Just sold one of my snipers this evening, FSR. How come you sold it, bud? Any reason? Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree with you, yeah. Right, that doesn't feel right there, so I've got a feeling I put the wrong bloody screw in. Right, let's put them in last, because I might have to find some shorter screws for that. I'm a father of 2 sons. I wasn't using mine. Yeah, I agree with you. It's the only thing I find with using the bigger trucks, with the exception, mind, I will say the X-Max, they're cheap to replace the parts. They're not as expensive. Obviously there's some guys out there that go absolutely bonkers with upgrades. I'm a big advocate for upgrades, but it's all dependent on your price point, isn't it? What you can afford. As opposed to what you would like. Epic that there's 50 people on board watching, guys. Thank you very much for coming on board. I do appreciate it. I would love it if you'd hit the like button. Obviously that helps the algorithm know that you guys are enjoying what you're seeing, and it gets the video shared out to more people. Thank you for coming on board. Right, so where am I? So done screws there, done screws there. I feel like I'm missing something here. Have I done all the screws? I've done them at the front, there at the front there. Drive shafts are in. There's 3 screws there. They're shorter. Am I missing something here? Like you, a buggy ban. I do like my buggies. Definitely like my buggies. Hi Tiana, hope you're okay. Thanks for jumping back on. I appreciate you coming back on. Mountain price 12 months ago, I had an FTX Canyon to get me back into the RC hobby. Now 9 RCs and 1 Nitro. Thank God the wife. Don't know how much I've spent. I think it can get out of control quite quickly, can't it? I've been the same. Right, it's nice and warm in here now. Let's knock that off. There you go. The problem is with this hobby, it's one of those hobbies that you want to try everything. I keep looking at cars and thinking, oh, I'd love to try one of those out. Is it essentially the best thing that I've ever done? Grabbing hold of, let's say, said vehicle? Not necessarily. Sometimes I pick stuff up and I do find myself going back to older cars thinking, it's still nice. The SST is a prime example of that. This thing, I just keep I'm picking it up every single time I use it and go, yeah, it's a good car, that one. So sometimes it's just find some stuff that you like, use it, and maybe, you know, stop looking at the latest and greatest. I'm a bugger for it. I know I'm terrible. I keep buying cars, and it is what it is, isn't it? It's all part of the hobby. Right, I've had the screws there. They're all in. I put all the screws back in there, so that's fine. I need a screw for there. So I think that one goes in there, like so. Right. Never mind. You're being deleted. This isn't one of those channels. See you later. Bye-bye. Report, remove. Report. Where are we to? Pro. Spam. You want to come on here with your spammy messages, you'll get deleted straight away. Bye-bye. Right, I've got 2 screws missing from the front here and I can't work out which bloody screws they are. Let's turn this over. Do these fit in here for a start? Well, that's not good. I've just snapped the bloody screw off. Crap. Right. Oh well. I'm going to have to get that out somehow. Ricky, thanks very much for joining, my friend. I do appreciate it. Thanks very much for joining. Guys, remember, next week, Ricky will be on the live. So make sure you tune in for that as well. Because it would be nice to have him on board and obviously get his opinion on stuff. But yeah, appreciate you coming on board, Rick. What are we looking for? M3 cap head, no. They're cap heads. We don't want cap heads, we want countersinks. 10mm. So they're as long as them ones. No, we don't want 10mm. Let's try 8s. That'll do me. See you later, dude. Take care, Rick. I'll drop you a message, okay? Right, let's have a look. So I think these need to be backed out there. He's a good guy, Ricky. Right, so let's tighten this screw in. Random question, any budget-friendly options for antenna tube straw? Antenna tube straw, lost mine snorkeling. Yeah, heat shrink might be a good idea, actually. What's going on here then? Right, that is on. Happy days. Okay. It's looking right anyway, so that's the main thing. Where we at? I've got screws left over now. Is that going in there? I think it is, isn't it? That's the one. That is the one. Right, happy days. I should have it all back together now. The makes are available. Okay, so that's on, that's on, that's on. Move all the screws out the way. Hopefully put the wheels back on and we should be heading in the right direction. So what you got planned for this weekend, guys? You going out with your cars anyway? You heading out? I want to run this tomorrow, ideally, if I can. Interested to see how this Vorza goes. I think it's too pricey, but I saw one, the old ones, racing some Truggies. Racing some Truggies, and it went pretty good. Yeah, I would totally agree. That that's kind of one of the things that drew me to it, to be honest. You bashing Sniper, Vortex, Typhon, and Terminator. Nice. I'm running my Unimog crawler tomorrow. Awesome. Awesome. Raking dirt for a new RC track. Nice case. How big's the track? This feels much better. A lot more resistance. I might do something with the gearing. Just released a video, drink beer tonight, go break something tomorrow while filming, then edit, rinse and repeat. Good lad. Good lad. That's Yammer. Right, so all the diffs are done. I now need to work out what's going on with these shocks a little bit. Can I add some preload to them so I can actually run them and then work out what's going on? Front of this car does sit down a hell of a lot. Reckon need peeps down my old track. Right. Let's have a look, see how that front end is. That's definitely better than what it was. So I could probably run that for now. And then I need to get some better springs for it, I think. I'll add some preload on the rear to bring that up a bit. Still sagging a little bit, mind. I should be alright, actually. Still sitting quite low. Bearing in mind the battery's going to sit in there, so that's going to bring it down a little bit more. But then when the car's moving, that'll lift the front up. And it'll sit down and, I don't know, see what happens. Definitely need to work out something with these springs though, because I feel that front end just isn't right. Let's have a look. MMRA, we have a West Wales, not far from Aberystwyth, not mine. I know racing, good expensive cars, partner was using weekends, Astros and less. Near Chippenham, I think I've heard it mentioned on Popalong RC. Craig, I'm an honorary Welshman now. Chris said I'm allowed. Yes, yes you are. Bit far for me, sadly. Not happy I got a screw stuck in here, mind, I'll be honest with you. I need to re-look at this. That's better. It does feel like that's going to strip though. Put a different screw in it. Okay. How far away is it, guys? I'll be up for a meet. I think I'm going to have a look at these shocks. What I go, yeah, 50, 100k, 200. That's 200. That's 500. That's 500 there. That's 500 there. That's 500 there. That's 10k. 100k, which should be there. Bugger, just realised I got a pissing shock oil either. Oh well, run it as it is, see how it feels. Not happy with these shocks, so the car's just sitting down a little bit. Be about 1.5, 2 hours from Tenby. You got a lunchbox mid pumpkin series going there. I don't live in Tenby, dude. I live closer. RC channel, it's the HVI Vorza S Flux. No, that's all right, Graham. It's absolutely fine. It's supposed to be low for the roll center. Yeah, I agree with you, but the drive shafts are kind of like this rather than straight. I'll run it as it is and see how it feels. But I know when you, the thing is, when I add a 6S battery in there now, or 3S, that's going to sit down even lower. As you, yeah, Manning's right there. Mine, under acceleration, the front down will lift. I'll see how it feels. I'll run it and see how it feels. So diffs are done, hinge pin holders are done, even though the bloody screw is snapped in one of them. But that's not too bad because it's attached to the back of the diff case anyway, so I'll be all right there. Those shocks look saggier than old dog's danglies. Well, yeah and no. I mean, so it's more of a racing truggy, isn't it, rather than a bashing truggy. This one really. Some say the Vorza comes 2 soft springs, which is preferable. Let's have a look. Some say the comes with 2 soft springs. Which you prefer, harder springs or thicker shock fluid? Let's say 800. Well, it's a good question, actually, to be honest with you. Roll center can be adjusted with the inner turnbuckle adjusted. Yeah, okay. Yeah, good point. I'll run it. I'll run it tomorrow. To be honest, I'll probably run this tomorrow. And see how it feels, because I want it for strict ground bashing, this one, really, more than anything. The shock fluid won't alter the ride height. No, you're right there. You are right there, Gav. Just wanted to kind of just slightly sit up a little bit more, the front end. Could I move the shock positions, maybe? Just feel this slightly, ever so slightly sat down, but then, as you say, as a power, the front end of the car is going to lift. But then when I brake, don't know, gonna have to see where it goes. Again, for Christmas, my mum would sell it leaks later for dope. Ah, dude, gutted. Any preload spaces at hand, they'll go under the adjuster. It's a good point, actually. That's a good point, actually, Gav. Good thinking. Have I? Although, I tell you what I have got here is some techno springs. With these techno springs, fit the car is the question. Or will they jack it up? Because if... yeah, they're going to be too long. I've got a full set of green techno springs here. Yeah, they're going to be too long. They're going to be too long. What else have I got here? I'll tell you what I've got, though. Well, they might work. Do you know what? Let's give that a go. I got a set of shocks here from the Valkyrie. Full set of shocks. I'm wondering whether the springs on the Valkyrie will actually fit. Do you know what, guys? I think these are going to fit. Right. Let's try something. So there are the springs off there. So they go over. Might have a thing here. Well, they fit nice. They fit lovely. That's way better. Red Cat Valkyrie springs to save the day. Straight away, the car is sitting up way better. I think I've solved this. Might found a thing here. So I had a replacement set of Red Cat Valkyrie shocks. But I've never used them on anything. And the springs seem to sit much better. Wind this down. We can get the ride out done properly in a minute. I just want to see, as proof of concept, if this is going to work. That sits on the perch nicely. Much, much better. There you go. Solved. Solved, solved, solved. Front end of the car isn't saggy anymore. Look at that. Way, way better. There you go, guys. Managed to solve the issue. So I'll put these back on the perch. Keep hold of the springs. I'm sure I got another set here. To the back end, I've got my droop set as well. There you go. We've got another set there. Based on the gravity vehicles, the chassis is high. It will still roll. The roll bars are torque. What do you run, Thomas? Forgot about high. Right. I'm thinking do the same thing with the front. Sorry, do the same thing with the rear as what I did with the front. because the spring rate on this car is actually the same front and rear. So yeah, identical springs. And a brand new set of, there you go, the red cat shocks there. So much better. I think I've solved this totally. So the good thing is, yeah, now the car, the problem I had here was as soon as I put a battery in, the car just sat on its knees. It just wanted to go down. And I want to be able to still some light moderate jumping, but not lose too much of the handling characteristics of the car then, if that makes sense. So if I can solve this just by a simple spring swap, that's not going in, is it? Right, why is that not going in? Then you guys swap and change parts between cars then? Because I know it's something that I do quite often. You know, if I can find parts off other vehicles that work. Yeah, Kate, you're right there. Rob Peter to pay Paul. And so it must be done. But the good thing is I had these just sat in my drawer doing absolutely nothing. So if this solves the issue I've got, hey, I mean, these shocks, I was actually thinking about putting these on one of my cars recently, and I managed to solve the issue with one of my other trucks with a simple swap with some different springs, and car worked great. So I never got around to using these. I don't own the Valkyrie anymore, so I may as well put them to good use. And then, as long as I got the shocks right, it's definitely a case of running this for the first time tomorrow. What a difference. All day long. That's not bottoming out now. Obviously, if we add a 6S battery in here, the car will still sit down a little bit more, but I've got all the movement on the shock now to add preload if needs be. I've added some droop screws in there as well, but that is a massive difference. I'm a happy guy now. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Because that was the only issue I had. I mean, suspension is lovely there. So yeah, stock springs, very, very weak. I mean, in fact, that's double spring there, and just really soft on the stock springs. So I will bring that up actually in a video on the first run. But if that's what is taken to solve this issue, I'm good with this. I'll leave it on stock gearing for now. Do I add a fan on the motor is the question. Could do, I suppose, couldn't I? It's not going to harm. So sway bars are all on, diffs are all done, shocks are now sorted. It wasn't straight out of the box with this one, but I'm feeling a lot more confident about running it now. It has actually got a little bit of negative camber on there, to be honest with you, Tom. On the rear. So that's pretty good. Yeah, totally agree. It is ready to rip now, I think. Let's check. Yeah, that's all tight. That's all tight. Let's check the motor screws underneath. All good there. All good there. She's ready to rip now, I think, guys. Let's see what fans I got here, because I know I have got some fans. I think that's 35mm. Yep, got a fan. So may as well add one in there, I suppose. Wire comes in from the back though. That's not good. Could come over the top, zip tie to the top of the case here and then into the case. What was your first RC car? Well, I haven't got a picture of my first one, but this was my second and my third. That was my second. There. And that was my third there. So that was a Tamia Hot Shot modified that I used to race. And that was a Schumacher Cougar Classic. And I used to race that. Love the red carpet, by the way. But I was 14 when I had them. Oh, that was the inside of it, eh? I saved all my money for that. But loved them. Absolutely loved them. Right. Okay, so will that go on top of there? Yes, it will. So a plastic fan, and then zip tie to the top of the case here, and then straight in the case. Okay. What was your first RC car? What size are these? Doesn't say. They all look smaller. Fall Guy truck. Wicked. I used to love that TV program when I was a kid. I had a Tonka toy done in the Fall Guy colours. One of my first proper toys, I remember that one actually. I absolutely adored it as well. It was wicked. Screws. What size screws are they? Okay, so they fit. M3. M3 cap heads. That's what I need. So we've got 10, 20, 20. Let's try a 20. 20mm cap head. Yep, they fit. Wicked. That's actually not what I thought it was there. 2 seconds. Thank you very much. I love that buggy. It's awesome. I need to get back out with it, to be honest with you. This was actually 25 mil. Have I got a cover for that? Yes, I have. We've got an Arma one. It's going to look a bit janky, but whatever. Right, okay. So we've... if I go over the top of here, maybe put some heat shrink over the wire there, and then drop into the case there. That's going to work. Okay, cool. So, heat shrink now. Heat shrink. What's Craig on about? Let's have a look. Backflip once done, or don't know, Craig. Why's everything going to end up with a bloody backflip with you? That's not going to go through there, can I? Yes, I can. Thomas, thank you very much for joining, buddy. Sorry, for watching. I do appreciate it. It's been nice to have you all on board, chatting with you. Craig loves a backflip. Thanks very much, Thomas. Right, I don't think I've got the correct heat shrink here, except for green, and green looks terrible. So, if I just put the wires across there neatly, and then just tuck them into the case. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Where's the zip tie? I've got a smaller zip tie here. No, I haven't. Well, that was good. Just snapped it off. What was that? Synchro incoming. I best love it. I hope so, dude. I hope so. Mr. Walter White. What the hell's going on here? There's another zip tie broken. Are these all gone? Let's try again. Okay, so that is in there. And then we go like so in there. Tuck the wire in there. Do I have an RC bike? No, I don't. It's not something I've actually fancied getting, to be honest with you. I mean, I never say never. I normally end up buying things I don't say, oh, I'm never going to get that. And then I do. But quite honestly, right now, no, I haven't actually got one, to be honest with you. Maybe in the future. Like I say never. Right. It's not pretty, but it works. So that's the main thing. Right. Got a fan on the motor as well, so that's me happier. We're all good. She's ready. Hi Chris, want to use my Arma Creighton 6S to plant tomatoes? I'll make a video if it works. Lol. Oh, if you say so, dude. She's ready, guys. She's ready to rock and roll. Well, I was going to be fixing the outcast tonight, but that's not happening. So I've spent all my time making sure this is right, but it's worth it. I think this is going to rip. So all the diffs are done. Added a fan, sorted out the droopy suspension. Added some upgrades. I think that's a win. Suspension feels way better though. So that is now ready to rip. I'm quite happy with that. I think that's the car I'm going to be using tomorrow. Just got blood to tidy up now. Why would you want to plant tomatoes with an RC car? I mean, I know you're taking the piss. Do I have a gas powered car? I don't at the moment. I am looking to get one though. I prefer battery powered. I'm not gonna lie. When we start talking about nitro cars, it does confuse me because I've never had one. But yeah, it's definitely something I'm going to look at in the future. Well, that was a busy night, wasn't it? That was a busy night. Nitro cars. Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about Nitro tonight, to be honest with you. Lots and lots of talk about Nitro. Which is good, because as I say, it's not something that I know. Ricky and many of the guys run Nitro, so it's something I'll probably grab in the future. I don't know as of when. But, yeah. It's nice to see there's still people with some love for them as well. You had the same problem with yours. What, your Nitro? Vorza. Right, got you. You did mention about this. Yeah, it's pronounced in a certain way. And put these springs back on. Will they go on here? No, well, they won't go in there. So we're not putting them back on there. Nitro cars smell amazing. Yeah, well, look, if you're a petrol head, obviously the whole smell and noise of a car like that is going to appeal to you. No, it's crazy. Like I am a petrol head, but I've never. I think it's probably because initially when coming back into the hobby, everyone was like, oh, you don't want one of them because they're smelly, they're noisy, they're this, they're that. And it just kind of put me off. It's a gateway drug, like RC tyres. Yeah, I can imagine it will be. Right, we got spare screws, so they go in the spare screw jar over here, and that means if I ever need them, they're there. So I have got springs and spare parts for the Vorza, as I've just been told correctly. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm about ready to call this a night now as well. I've been doing this live now for nearly 4 hours. So yeah, it's been a long one tonight. I want to thank each and every one of you obviously watching for the live. As I say, next week Ricky from Beyond RC is going to be on. So I want to say a huge thank you to each and everybody who obviously for jumping on board. It is getting late. I need to go and see my wife and kids and yeah, basically chill out for the night as well. But massive thank you, guys. I sure do appreciate it, honestly. Awesome. I hope you enjoyed it. It was something a little bit different. It didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to, because I did plan on fixing Big Red tonight. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Huge thank you to each and every one of you. Honestly, make sure you hit the like button on the way out if you haven't done so. Guys, epic. Thank you very much. Ciao, my friends. Enjoy your night and stay awesome. I'll get some videos up recorded this weekend. And check the channel. See you later.